Coming up on the bench, Syracuse football is off to a hot 2-0 start in the Fran Brown era. The 'Cuse hosted Stanford following the bye week for the first time in program history. After starting off conference play with a strong win against 23rd-ranked Georgia Tech, did the 'Cuse keep its momentum? And on the court, Syracuse women's basketball is off to its worst start since 2006. After splitting its two-game trip in the Emerald Coast Classic, the 'Cuse headed back north to host Yale on Sunday. Find out if the Orange brought the Florida Heat back with them. Plus, Syracuse volleyball played host to the Virginias over the past week. The Orange faced off against UVA on Wednesday and then clashed with Virginia Tech on Sunday. Did the 'Cuse conquer the mother of presidents? We've got the answer to that and much more because On the Bench starts right now. Welcome everyone inside our Citrus TV studios for another edition of On the Bench. Alongside Adam Pivsky and Adam Avon, I'm Jake Bowen. Guys, as April winds down, so many incredible sports moments over this past month. You've got the NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, Masters, so many sports moments. What has been your favorite sport moment thus far?
I'm going with one that hasn't happened yet. The Indy 500 is on the horizons, and that's the best event in all of motorsports. Well, give me the Indy 500.
For me, it had to be Roy McIlroy winning the Masters. I mean, that was over a decade in the making. Come on.
Yep.
Both incredible. I've got Wayne Gretzky, Alex Ovechkin surpassing Wayne Gretzky, an unbreakable record and certainly a headline for the hockey world. But here on the Bench, we've got two more headlines for you. On Wednesday, the National Field Hockey Coaches Association announced 5 Syracuse players to the Mideast region, all regional first and second teams. Bovan Kempman, Berber Bakermans, and Willemijn Bogert were named to the first team, while Bo Madden and Aliki Lehagers were selected for the second team. Von Kempen led the Orange with 33 points on 15 goals, ranking second in the ACC. Bakermans earned all-region honors for a third consecutive year and was second on the 'Cuse in assists. Bogert was the only Orange player named on the All-ACC preseason team. The selection was the senior's second straight. On the pitch, Syracuse men's soccer forward Sakil Ming is set to compete with the Bermuda senior men's national football team in the 2025 CONCACAF Gold Cup prelims against Honduras. The freshman's first game with Bermuda is set for Friday, March 21st at 7 p.m. Eastern Time in Bermuda. Ming spent time competing with Bermuda's national team prior to this year. He scored his first goal in June of 2024, representing his home country. In his first season with the Orange, Ming recorded a pair of assists in 17 matches and 5 starts. Syracuse football has been well represented under the first 2 games of the Fran Brown era. Off to a 2-0 start and a win against 23rd-ranked Georgia Tech a couple weeks ago, the Orange had a chance to regroup on the bye week. Then, on Friday night, the 'Cuse hosted Stanford in an inaugural matchup. The first ever meeting between the two programs proved to be an exciting one. The Cardinal got off to a hot start. On their second drive of the game, Ashton Daniels finds Eric Aomeyer in the back of the end zone for the 17-yard score. Stanford would have the 7-0 lead, and the Cardinal, they just started off high. You see the replay there. Daniels rolling out to his right. Look at the one-handed catch from Aomeyer for his first touchdown of the year. It's a quarter number 2 now, a 10-0 lead for Stanford with the football, and the Syracuse defense comes alive. Look at Devin Grant jumping the pass, sprawling out for the interception. The Orange would get 3 points out of that turnover. 1 minute to go. Now in half number 2, Kyle McCord on third down, doing what he does best, extending the play, finding a wide open Umari Hatcher for the 67-yard score. The 'Cuse trailed by 3 going into the half. Middle of the third quarter now, the Orange shot themselves in the foot multiple times. There's one of those costly mistakes, some miscommunication, and Stanford takes advantage. Mitch Lieber returning this one to the house to put the Cardinal back up 10. As we head to the end of the third quarter, Stanford's defense thus far locked up the Orange rushing attack, and Kyle McCord says, you know what, I'll do it myself. Look at the wheels on the quarterback, leaping, going airborne for the score to bring Syracuse back within 3. Late fourth quarter, Syracuse down 6, McCord in the clutch, finding Jackson Meeks for the 13-yard score. The Orange up 1 with 3 minutes left, but that proved to be too much time for Stanford. With 37 seconds left, Daniels finds Aomeyer, nice back shoulder catch for the 27-yard gain to set up this, a 39-yard field goal by Emmett Kenny. He sends it through the uprights to give Stanford the 26-24 win and the first loss of the Fran Brown era. On the court, it's been a rough start for Syracuse women's basketball. The Orange's 3-4 start is its worst since 2006. After splitting a pair of games in the Emerald Coast Classic, the Orange hosted Yale, one of the worst teams in the country. The Cuse was in need of a win to get back on track. The Orange and Bulldogs facing off in their third ever meeting between the two programs, and it proved to be a back and forth affair early in this one. Mackenzie Egger got the Bulldogs off to a good start. She gets her own rebound, finishes the bucket. She scored 6 of the Yale's first 8 points. Egger then on the floor helping the Bulldog transition, trailing Lucy Lynn for the score. Yale led by 7, but Syracuse started to pull away in the second, courtesy Isabel Verajao. Her first career double-double, 12 points, 11 rebounds. Look at the block from the senior to cap it off. Kira Scott started the scoring in the third quarter after a 13-point Syracuse lead at the intermission. The nice fadeaway jumper from her. And really throughout this game, every Orange player had minutes. All 13 players into the game, 10 writing their names in the scorebook. The defense also came together. Yale's 50 points, the fewest the Cuse held an opponent to this season. A dominant 78-50 win for the Orange. Syracuse moves to 4-4 and to 500 for the first time this year. Syracuse volleyball has not been a dominant program in the ACC since 2018. It's been so bad that the Orange haven't beaten a single conference opponent in nearly 2 years. The Cuse had a chance to change that. Syracuse hosted Virginia on Wednesday and then Virginia Tech on Sunday. And well, nothing's new with Syracuse volleyball. Another conference loss, 3-2 to Virginia. It looked as if, though, Syracuse was going to win this game after a strong 25-19 first set victory, but Virginia, who's received some votes in the top 25 coaches poll, stormed back to get the victory. The Orange didn't back down. They forced that fifth set, but again, Virginia, 15-13 fifth set victory. You see Ava Palm led the way with 20 kills, another dominant performance from the graduate student who leads the team in that category, averaging over 11 per game. Then Syracuse welcomed a struggling Virginia Tech squad who is 1-7 in the conference. And finally, the Orange prevailed. The long, grueling 721 days comes to an end. The Cuse picks up its first conference win since 2022 after falling in a 2-1 set hole. Syracuse rallied to win the fourth and fifth set by a combined 4 points. Ava Palm, another impressive performance from the graduate student, led the team with 19 kills and 45 total attacks. Coming up, our two analysts go at it in the Wolf of Waverly Avenue, featuring Syracuse football's 2025 season. That and much more on the other side.